All right. Thank everybody for coming out. We want to first start off by thanking Brother Duwon Robinson for providing this location and his hospitality, and Mr. Everything in Decatur. We want to thank Mr. Everything and Duwon Robinson. One and the same. Let the brother say something. Brother, you want to say a few words? I will sure appreciate you.
Hey man, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad that we're able to unite and come to a meeting place. I hope this can be like the new civil rights movement where Mr. Pascal held meetings and was able to feed the people and, you know what I'm saying, get going and fight for our people. So let's keep pushing.
All right. So what we've been dealing with, if you've been following the live streams, you'll know that we've been dealing with housing injustice in Atlanta. The fight still continue. We early in the movement. We have a lot of work to do, a lot of groundwork. Excuse me for hesitating. It really touched me that what we're dealing with, the situation that we're dealing with. Let me jump into another subject. Matter of fact, go ahead, brother. Cousin Nico, talk to the people about what we dealt with yesterday, how you felt about what went on in City Hall yesterday.
So at City Hall yesterday, we experienced I like to call them a bunch of politicians who were tiptoeing around a bunch of issues that we really had within our city, particularly there in Village. And people were giving out awards for doing their jobs, basic jobs, you know what I mean, that are needed in the city, but we see all this award giving, all this celebration when there's not really much progress being made in the city of Atlanta. So, me personally, I think that we got to hold these politicians a little more accountable for what they're not doing and stop celebrating what they are doing. If we plan to see any type of progress, you know, it can't just be the activists doing it. Also have to be the politicians teaming up as well. We got to bring as many people as possible together to make sure we hold these people accountable. Because the city shouldn't be looking like the way it's looking like, especially what I saw in their village. I was, like Cuzzo says, a lot of emotions that I felt when I left that when I left that area, man. Got kids there, man. You know, a body that was there for 5 days, nobody checked in on it, and people are seeing it. A bunch of hazards in the middle of the street, middle of the sidewalks. Litter everywhere, nobody's coming to clean up. But the moment we did that live stream, all of a sudden all the owners decided to come up and do an inspection on the day that we went to City Hall. Coincidence? I don't think that's a coincidence. But I do think that if they can do that on that one day, they can do that every day. It should make no sense why it's been 5 years and people who are residents of this establishment have not seen the owners. Have not seen anybody come and do anything for their livelihood. One lady, you know, my mom, she has seizures, she has epilepsy, and she deals with lupus. It broke my heart to hear that one lady had 30 seizures. Like 30, man. She never had 30 seizures in 2 months, man.
Yeah.
Ever. So.
Amazing, she's still alive.
And had cancer since she been there. Her seizure didn't start till she moved to their village 3 years ago. She developed cancer, and now today we got to check on her tonight to make sure we remember to check on Sister Sand tonight, because she said she had to go to the doctor today and see if the 2 lumps, if they were cancerous or not. And we hoping and we praying for good results for the sister.
Right.
But it's other members they brought up said they died from cancer since they've been there. You know, and we want to go and connect with those families too, to make sure that we can get some resolve for them too. Even though they've gone passed away, they should still be included into the lawsuits.
Absolutely.
So that's one of the pushes too, and I want to ask about them so we can do our homework and make sure that justice is served for all of our neighbors, our Atlanta neighbors. You know, when we go back out there, and we plan on going back out there soon, we're not going to let those little fake little chess moves, those little fake little scare tactics put fear in us and scare us away. You know, we West Side strong. You know, so we don't give a shit about none of that. You know what I'm saying? we really been humbly nice at this point, you know, doing it the legal way. So that's what we focus on, doing things the right way and trying to work on our emotions and refrain from our natural instincts, you know, so we can help the people, because that's what the people need. The people need things done legal and in the right way, even though our elected officials and these slumlords are doing things illegal.
Exactly.
And it's being brought to the light. So when we go back out, we're gonna have a list of things that our people need. And one of the most important things that we can see they need right now, one of the most important things is gonna be water. Something as basic as water, because they are in a Flint, Michigan situation. They have sewage coming up through their water, through their pipelines. So they're bathing in this water. They have stopped drinking it. The same thing that happened with Flint. That people say they stopped drinking the water, but they were still bathing in the water. And that's how they was able to get so many infected by having that contaminated water, because they were still bathing it, still cooking with it. This is the problem that we see, and we need everyone's help. We need the city council help. We need the Food and County Commissioner's help. We need the state help. And we need our help from the local residents. We need us to come and donate water to these people. We need to have a water drive. And every day come in and donate what you can. In the future, the near future, probably tomorrow or a couple of days from now, we're going to post something up to give a link to where you can drop off water at for the residents. If not directly to Darien Village, we're going to have a place where you can drop off the water at. We're working on that as we speak. It's going to take us to take care of us. No savior is coming. We are our own savior. That's what the higher power teaches us. We are our own savior. He gives us everything we need. We just need the wisdom to see it.
Yes.
We cannot be tricked. The enemy is of deception and manipulation. They trick you to make you think that you can't do nothing on your own and that we have no power.
And then
we do have power. Go ahead, brother.
Even if they feel powerless, they don't come in, you know, do anything about it. It's like it's one thing if, you know what I'm saying, you're going to manipulate me and make me feel like you got the power. But you got the power, you ain't doing nothing with it. So we got to get it back to the citizens. I agree because we definitely got to, you know, remind ourselves of where we came from. You know what I mean? We come from descendants of slaves. If they survive us, we survive us. You know what I mean? We can't be, you know, waiting on somebody else to save us. So I agree with that because of it.
I want to show you all this. This comes from the Housing Justice League. This is a defense manual. When we pass these manuals out, you can reach us on the Facebook page. You can reach me at 445391827 to get a defense eviction defense manual. This comes from the Housing Justice League. We want to thank them for providing these. Like I said, call me anytime you need one. We will be passing this out every time we go into a neighborhood, every time we go into an apartment complex, we'll be passing these out to the tenants. So make sure that you call me and get you one of these Defense Housing Justice League manuals. I'm gonna pass this around so you all can see it, see what it looks like. But yeah, this is where we at. We're the tip of the iceberg. We're the thick of it, thick of the fight. We just getting started. So we pressing on. We're gonna get a list out of the people need. And here's another thing. Everyone talking about we need to have the media out, which we will eventually get the media out. But the media is not the solution. The media is a resource, a viable resource, but we have work to do along with the media. The media need to see us doing a process, being in order. And then we don't want to put too much pressure on the residents without having some kind of protection from them, because once the media leaves, then the residents are left alone.
Exactly.
So we want to make sure we bring the media out, the mainstream media, that we have all our ducks in a row, so these slumlords won't push them out and want to evict them, because we know the council members are not going to protect them. The Food and County Commissioner is not going to protect them. Even our black ass can't protect them. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's the only way they're going to be protected is by legal actions, and that's when we take this lawsuit. That's the only way they're going to be protected from being evicted. So that's what we're focusing on. We're focusing on doing everything in order, doing everything the right way. We want to do everything by the book, everything legal,
Yeah.
for our people, and get what they deserve. Now we can go over to, we talked about Darien Village. Now I'm gonna tell you something else too. We're going district to district. So now we're in District 10. So every housing, every home that's dilapidated, every apartment that's dilapidated, the complex dilapidated, we're going into those homes, we're going to those houses. Whatever the tenants allow us to do, we will do it. We want to go the whole 9 yards, but some tenants don't want to go the whole 9 yards. Some tenants don't have that fight in them. Some tenants might just want to go 3 yards. Wherever they tell us they want to go, however far they say they want to push it, we're going to be there for them to represent them the best way we can. And we are free of charge. We ain't charging no one anything. Not one penny, not one dime. So we're going to be there with the people fighting. Even when the people get tired, we'll still be fighting. Because we've been tired and been fighting through that. We've been frustrated, we still fighting. So we here for the people. How y'all feel about that?
Definitely good.
Good, you good, good. And we want to thank Sister Ebony. Sister Ebony is doing our social media outreach, our marketing, which is very big. It's very big, and we're thankful to have her.
Marketing is important.
Very, very important, very important. This meeting right here will be short unless anyone else has something to say, anything that needs to be said.
I have 2 suggestions that I'd like to pose just to see how they land with everyone. As part of the marketing, I would love to, if this already exists, then that's wonderful. But I would love to create a set of demands and have them somewhere where they're easily accessible. I think stating our demands as far as this is our, right now the people of Durham Village are our focus. We want to see them all the way to and through this whole ordeal, but overall I know that there's things that we want to achieve for the city overall and just in general. So I want to put those someplace where people who want to know what we're about can read through them and align with them and know if they want to see these things happen too, maybe they can sign something, they can join a membership, and even if the membership is just, we have their email and we keep them up to date, we let them know directly what's happening.
And volunteering.
And volunteering out, having different ways of reaching people, because, not everybody's on social media. I just want to make sure that, whatever the avenue is, whether it's the email, social media, whatever, that we're permeating it. And that we're always asking people to do something. The most important thing for me with marketing, a lot of social media is just for entertainment, it's just for people to have something to look at and to consume. But I want to make sure that anytime they're engaging with the content, they are being asked to do something. If the something is only to go to another page and sign a petition, or take the time to view something so that it can get, more views and more people can see it, whatever it is, to be constantly putting towards the effort. If they can't be here in person, if they're in another place, whatever it is, the effort should always be being pushed. I want the people that are, I would like people's being a part of the fight to be more than symbolic. I think a lot of people can agree that we don't agree with oppression, we don't agree with people living in poor conditions. So I don't just want you to like the post because you agree that that's sad. I want you to also help us in some way, shape, or form.
Get involved somewhere.
Get involved, yeah. You can't do anything else, sign this, whatever it is, or whatever, maybe the demands are something that people can sign off on and say that I also want these things, and eventually, a year from now, a couple months from now, however many thousands of people are yeah, we all want this, that's something that we could take and be so your people have all said that they agree that they want these things, what can we do to actually start making that happen? So that's my spiel on why I want the demands. So yeah, if that's something that we're all into or that already exists.
100% agree. 100% agree. Thank you so much for that. We 100% agree with that. And we're going to push for that. So whenever you're ready, whatever we need to do to make that happen as soon as possible, let all of us know. We all work together as one, as a collective. So just let us know. Thank you for that. That great insight.
I'll create a survey and we'll all get together. We'll do a group session to solidify the demands. We all have our group ideas. We come together, we agree, vote on them, and then they're a part of the media.
Let us know, and let me know we're ready to set it up. We'll set the meeting up. If it's tomorrow, if it's whatever, you want to do a live stream, however you want to do it, as soon as you can do it, let's get on it.
Okay.
No time to waste. Good. You got something?
Only thing I can say is let's keep the fight. Let's hold these politicians accountable. Let's hold these, leaders accountable. Leaders accountable. Make sure they're doing their job. And let's make sure we do what we need to do to free ourselves from all this oppression that's going on within our city. That's my story. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, Brother Mooley, you got something you want to say? You good? You good?
I echo with Brother Nico, man. We gotta keep it going, man, because our city, Atlanta is #1 for income inequality. And there's no way that Midtown and Buckhead average income is $93,000, and zone 1, 3, and 4 the average income is $14,000. It's a big disparity gap, man. When we've had nothing but black mayors since 1974, majority black city council since 1974, like we got to hold them accountable.
Amen to that. Amen to that. And another thing, when Brother Moody mentioned that, Brother Duwon Robinson, when he mentioned that about the disparity and the gap between income, what we got to look at too is that AMI, that area median income, how they put Sandy Springs and Sandy Springs and what's the other they put it in Roswell and Sandy Springs. They put them in with the west side of Atlanta, and they got our area median set as if we make on the west side, the average person makes, or the majority makes $86,000 a year. Well, we know that's not true. So that's another problem that we have, another fight that we have that we got to take to the Census Board, the federal and the local and the state Census Board, to change that, the area median, so we can stop the price gouging. That's how they allowed to raise the rent up on these apartments so high, and these housing so high because they got to set that the average person on the west side, zone 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, making $86,000 a year, when we know, so like you said, making them 14. Lewis 14. All right, thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we good. Oh, hold up, Form P, you good?
I'm good.
You straight? All right, we good.